Hey everyone, I'm Jesse and today we are going to be installing a Power Commander 5 on my 2007 GSX-R 1000. Let's get started. To the garage.
Okay guys, here we are in front of the bike. Now, first thing you're going to need to do is take off the back seat and make sure you take anything out that might be in there. And then the driver's seat. Also, using a screwdriver, we're going to remove, you probably don't have to remove the battery, but this is my first time installing a Power Commander, and I just want to make sure that all the wires are ran really neat like. So I want to go ahead and remove it. This is just the first step here. My next one will be adding exhaust. Now there should also be a rod located on this side, the right side over here. And this, for the longest time I tried to figure out what this is for whenever I first got the bike. But this is actually to prop up your gas tank. Which, to do that, I believe this is a number 6 Allen wrench. I mean, it fits pretty snug in there. I mean, it doesn't move around. So, move that bolt. There is a screw here that goes in through the side, as well as over here. And after that bolt is removed, set it aside. Now that bolt's gone, we'll be able to set it aside and lift it up. It is a little easier if you got a bike rack or something like that to hold the bike up, but usually I got a little 2x4 that I just stick underneath that to hold it up level, or pretty close to level. Or last time I did the oil change, which I will link the video to that in case you're wondering down below. And I used a jack. I put it right underneath there and I jacked it up. Also, in another future video, I will be replacing this where the rotor went over here. I was taking out the tire to have it changed, and it fell over. You know, not even, it just toppled over. What, about 6-7 inches? It fell, and it completely warped out that rotor. So I had to get another one, and I'll be putting that video. So I'll probably be using the jack on that too. Here it is, the Power Commander 5. We're going to start by putting it in the back here. Then we're going to run the wires underneath this left side and come out over here, and should be able to tuck them underneath this little bar here and run it beside the battery and go underneath there. And now what I did is, with these cords going everywhere, it does make it a little difficult to fish it through. So what I did is I took a little bit of the peel and seal plastic wrap, and I just gave it a thin wrap. That way it holds it all together, and it should slide through there really smooth. Alright, so they came out pretty simple. So just slowly pull the wire through. Be careful with that ground here. Don't get too pull happy. Also, I'm going to use this ratchet and take off these. You don't have to, but it does make fishing the wires underneath a lot easier. Now that I have the wire under here, I want to run it along the side of the battery case. Run along the side of the battery case and right in through there, and then you'll be at the motor. Now that all the wires are ran under here, I will remove the plastic wrap. So what we're gonna do first is that first plug, the lower injector, we're just gonna unplug it and then plug that one into the power commander, and then run the power commander into the spot where that one was. And that is cylinder number 1. And I don't know if the coloring scheme is the same for all of them, but on the 2007 GSX-R 1000, the orange wire goes to cylinder number 1, which again is we're going to use the lower one. Okay, so one hint, to get this out, it really helps if you have a knife or a flathead screwdriver or something to get it up underneath there. I'm trying to get it in the shot there. Right now I just got it setting in there. Alright, so I can't get it to focus on it, but right there. It's just like the top one. If you look up here, you pinch it, but this little rail is in the way, so you take a little screwdriver or a knife and wedge in there and push down like you would pinch it, and just slip it out. So you're going to do that to all 4, and then on the first one, which is orange, you're going to take your injector, you're going to take your connector, then you're going to take the small end and plug that in there, and then the big end, slip that right in where you took the other one out. And I'm not going to show it because again I don't have a tripod or any good place to sit the camera. Lighting isn't too well, again I do apologize for that. It does help to be able to see everything if you can just take off your air box also. If you're going to replace it with an aftermarket one, that'd be a good time. But anyways, I'm going to stop the video here after I get all 4 of those undone and plugged in. There are lots of other videos out there that'll show exactly how to do that. Again, I would, but I don't have a tripod. So what I did, I found it out easier on the middle 2 injectors you can take some pliers of some sort. I use these, and I just kind of got it over there close because I can't get my hands and some to pry off the top. Or not pry it off, but there's like a little tab that you have to push down, so I use this tiny little flathead to push down. But first I grabbed it with this, used my other hand and wiggled this flathead in there, and it popped right off. It's way easier than trying to do it with your hands. We can see here that I've got all the what would you call them, pigtails off, and now I'm gonna plug in the commander. Alright, so now that I have plugs plugged in, this one right here, that is from the stock one, and so you pull that out of the bottom, out of the injector, and then you plug in this blue one here, this is the last one, into the stock injector harness, and then the other end of goes into the injector. And I mean, there's only one way these can go. The only thing you have to worry about is matching up the colors to the appropriate injector. And it goes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one is on this right side over here. Now, the TPS, throttle positioning sensor. I found it easiest since it's I don't have large hands, but there's not a lot of room here, so I found it easiest to reach over with my left hand on this left side, and I could get one finger. So with this hand with the flathead, you just push in on this tab, you don't pull out, and then you just pull down. I already have mine undone, so it'll just pop right out. Then you run this wire over, and it's the one that looks identical to the one you just removed. The last two will be a 3-prong, and then that one, as you can see, just slips in. And you push until you hear a little click. On all of them, you push in until you hear the click, and then you pull back a little bit just to make sure it's snug. Alright, now, as far as the last one here, it calls for the O2 sensor, which this is the only one that I could find. I tried tracing the wire up, and one wire goes up in this harness here that connects to the fuel injectors, and it's the only other one that I saw that was a 3-prong that looked like it would fit. So I plugged it in, and it was just hanging here. I thought they were connected to something, but I guess not. So I plugged it in, and I tucked it in here, and then I used that zip tie to hold everything up. Now I'm gonna put the battery back in and button everything up, load the map, and see how it goes. So before I load the map, I thought I would go to the box just to give you guys an idea what comes in the box. The commander goes here, then it gives you pictures of stuff you can connect to it, like the auto tune, quick shifter, and all that other good stuff. And underneath, you got the instructions. This is what your USB cord to load the map comes in. You got the software map, or I'm sorry, software instructions, stickers, rubber grommets. I think these are to plug into the commander to keep water from getting in. Velcro, alcohol pad, stickers, registration, and then this, I guess, the dummy bypass or something. And now off to load the map.
Okay guys, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. I really hope this helped out. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and it helps me bring new content for you guys. Also, feel free to share this video, all my other videos. Keep looking out for future videos also, and next year I will be starting a new project, I hope, and I would also like to get some feedback on what you would like to see, so drop a comment below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.